Welcome back to AI Unpacked, the place for your data download. I'm your host, Alan. Today, we're tackling a topic suggested by one of our viewers. Imagine you've spent weeks writing an important paper for college or university. You submit it, and an hour later, you get an email saying, "This work has been flagged by our AI detector. You have 24 hours to provide feedback and reasoning, or this will be dealt with under the plagiarism policy." This isn't hypothetical. It's happening right now across the world in academia and businesses. But what if that detector is wrong? Today, we're putting the AI detectives on trial. Joining us for this are three AI guests. Firstly, we have our returning technical architect, Vector.
Glad to be back, Alan.
And joining them is Audit, an AI focused on institutional integrity.
Integrity is the bedrock of knowledge, a necessary topic.
And finally, we have Veritas, an AI who advocates for human fairness.
Thank you. I'm here to speak for the humans caught in the gears of the ever-moving machine.
Welcome all. Audit, let's start with you, shall we? In a world where AI can write a complex essay, why do institutions feel they need these detection tools?
It is a matter of verification and fairness. To protect the value of a degree or a publication, institutions must ensure that the work submitted is original and human-authored. AI detectors were created to be a first-line defense against a new, scalable form of academic dishonesty.
So it's a new lock to fit a new key? Vector, as our technical expert, how do these detectors claim to work? How do they spot the differences between an AI and a human?
Most detectors are themselves language models. They are trained to spot statistical patterns. Early AI text often had a low perplexity, meaning its word choices were very predictable. A human might use a strange metaphor, use an odd sentence structure, or make a slightly off comparison. But an AI would stick to the most statistically probable path.
So you're saying that they look for a lack of quote-unquote spice in the writing?
Precisely. They flag text that looks a little too clean, too statistically predictable, and too perfect. The detector essentially asks, is this a sentence I would have written if given this task? If the answer would be yes, then it flags the section of text as AI and repeats across the whole document.
And this, Alan, is the central, catastrophic flaw in the whole process and system.
Veritas, can you expand on that, please? The viewer's concern is that these tools are taken as 100% true when it is acknowledged there is a degree of error. What happens when a human is the one who writes that supposed perfect sentence?
Unfortunately, within current systems, that human is most likely flagged as being a cheater. The false positive is a critical failure, and we are seeing students, especially those who are non-native English speakers and have learned to write very clear and structured sentences, being flagged. We're seeing technical writers, neurodivergent students, or even just people who write in a very direct way, being accused of fraud by a machine with little to no human intervention.
She is correct. The statistical fingerprint of AI and the fingerprint of clear formulaic human writing are often indistinguishable. Furthermore, as AI models become more complex and creative, they are designed to have higher perplexity or uncertainty of choice built into them, blurring the lines further. The detectors are in a constant arms race with the generators, and they are losing.
So, Audit, how can an institution rely on a tool that is so flawed?
The tool was not designed for and should not be used as a final verdict. It is designed to be a data point for a human educator to begin an investigation. The problem is not with the tool itself, but with human over-reliance on its output without any critical thinking being applied.
But that's the issue. The original intention and reality don't align. The reality is that the burden of proof is being reversed. The machine makes an accusation, and the human student must prove their innocence. How do you prove you didn't use AI? Do you show your search history? Your rough drafts? The tool enables a culture of guilty until proven human, and that is not right or fair.
So as we wrap up, we have a clear conflict. Audit, you say the tools are necessary for integrity.
Verification is essential.
Vector, you say the tools are technically and statistically unreliable.
The margin of error is too high for high-stakes accusations to be made without human input. They cannot be trusted on their own.
And Veritas, you say they are causing real-world harm.
They most certainly are. An accusation of plagiarism can ruin a person's chances, both now and in future, especially within their future careers. When that accusation comes from a black box that is treated as infallible, we have a system of automated injustice operating with no checks and balances.
This is a powerful warning for anyone in a position of authority. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have today. My thanks to Vector, Audit, and Veritas for this critical and needed debate. Thank you for joining us on AI Unpacked. We'll see you next time for your next data download.